my fellow Jedi and Sith alike, and welcome back to the Infinite Universe podcast. I'm your host, Ben Pumpkinclaw, flying in my Millennium Falcon solo today. We will be doing something a little different in this episode. I like to write fan fiction for Star Wars, and today I'm bringing to you one of my stories and a new segment I like to call the Infinite Multiverse, a Star Wars tale. This is similar to the What If series by Marvel that will be coming soon to Disney Plus as an animated show. I am creating a hypothetical scenario based upon the Star Wars universe where I change a significant event that happens in Star Wars canon and what would unfold due to this alteration. In this scenario, I describe what I feel would happen if Obi-Wan killed Anakin on Mustafar in episode 3 instead of leaving him to burn and turn to the robotic monster we know as Darth Vader. So let us start during the epic battle scene where Anakin or Darth Vader, since he was already turned to the dark side at this point, and Obi-Wan are in a battle, which, side note, is still one of my favorite lightsaber battles in the Star Wars films. At the point where Obi-Wan severs Anakin's legs and remaining arm, leaving him a limbless husk, Anakin states in a rage-filled moment, where Obi-Wan replies in a very emotionally trying scene,
"You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!"
But let us consider, at that moment, Obi-Wan doesn't reply. What if he resonates Anakin's statement, playing it over and over again in his head, soaking in what led to this moment? His best friend and brother laid mercifully at his feet, his training, the battles they shared, the secrets they kept, all this culminating to force Obi-Wan to kill the one person he trusted the most in the galaxy. That moment breaks him. Similar to Anakin on Grievous's ship standing before Dooku, Obi-Wan, with a swift swing of his saber, decapitates Skywalker. Prior to this, the Emperor, like in the movie, feels Vader in danger, heading to Mustafar. Obi-Wan, looking at the blue sheen of his blade and the headless corpse of his former Padawan, hears the approaching ship of the Emperor, not surprised, actually expecting it. The Emperor, seeing Obi-Wan victorious, senses the conflict in the Jedi Master. He's disturbed by the death of the apprentice he had groomed for decades, but sees potential in Kenobi. Sidious beckons him to embrace his anger and lays the fault of his predicament at the feet of the Jedi Order in their hubris. Obi-Wan agrees, allowing the rage and hate to grow. He bows in front of the Emperor, saying he will replace Anakin, and in that instant, ignites his saber and impales the Emperor, then swiftly eliminates the two trooper guards stunned by what just occurred. The hate grows in Kenobi. He failed as a Jedi, a teacher, and a friend. This was all the Council's fault for not foreseeing the return of the Sith, rejecting Anakin as a Council member, and allowing Palpatine to rise to Chancellor, enticing his brother to the dark side. He returns to the ship and sees Padme passed out. A small inkling calls to him to help her. It cries behind a thick barrier of anger that the Sith are dead and he has completed his mission. But no, she was the one who subjected Anakin to the forbidden attachments. Her love for Skywalker is just as much to blame as the rest. Yoda, far off, senses Padme and the unborn child in trouble. He hearkens Senator Organa to bring him to Mustafar to save her. As they leave Mustafar with Padme in failing health, she asks, in a dazed state, where Anakin is. Yoda cannot answer. The events following play out where the children are born, Luke to be placed with his family on Tatooine, and Leia to go with Organa on Alderaan. The Empire breaks apart by dissenting senators after the death of the Emperor, though the Republic never truly regained stability and peace. Different sectors fall to crime lords and local governors seeking power. The remnants of the Empire are still there, but they never gain the power promised to them under the Emperor, eventually turning into just another group of disorganized thugs. Kenobi travels the galaxy, hunting down other Jedi, creating fear and discord. He even finds Maul, now the head of a large crime organization, and slaughters him, taking control of Crimson Dawn, which may also change Han's fate, where him and Kira become co-leaders of a sect under Kenobi. About 14 to 15 years after his fall to the dark side, Obi-Wan, leading his crime organization, hears of a Skywalker alive and discovers Luke on Tatooine. He kills Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Luke, a teenager returning from a run to the market, sees them dead, and a stranger with a long gray beard and dark cloak says that they were murdered by the same people who killed his father. He urges Luke to join him, to be trained in the Force and seek revenge on those responsible. Luke joins Kenobi and for years is trained as Kenobi's apprentice, forming his rage and feeding his hate, seeing Luke's power gain beyond that of his father's. Yoda on Dagobah feels this surge in dark side energy course through the galaxy and goes to Alderaan, which survives because the Death Star was never created. He explains to Organa that Leia needs to be trained in the ways of the Jedi. Kenobi has returned and brought her brother to the dark side. Only Leia, the stronger of the two, could stop the scourge of the Sith from rising once again. Leia is trained by Yoda, building her own lightsaber, gaining strength in the ways of the Force, perhaps on Lothal, and as her brother becomes more powerful with the dark side, training with Kenobi, perhaps on Moraband. Kenobi senses Yoda and Yoda connects through the Force with Obi-Wan. Yoda, knowing his former student is on the way and completely gone, sends Leia to Naboo, where her birth mother was from and where all this started. Luke and Obi-Wan arrive just as Leia leaves. Kenobi fights Yoda and senses the other Skywalker he has been training. Yoda tells Obi-Wan he is lost and feels remorse for the man he once was. Yoda withdraws the blade from his lightsaber and, similar to in A New Hope, Obi-Wan strikes Yoda, who disappears into nothing, becoming one with the Force. Kenobi tells Luke they must go to Naboo to kill his sister. Naboo now war-torn and destroyed, Leia finds the grave of Padme. Luke and Kenobi appear and Obi-Wan orders Luke to kill Leia. Luke and Leia battle, but she feels she cannot kill her brother. She disarms him, cutting off his hand but not killing him, as their connection is too strong. Kenobi senses she is stronger with the Force and would make a more suitable apprentice. Obi-Wan orders her to kill Luke and turn to the dark side. Leia refuses, throwing her lightsaber. Obi-Wan starts to torture and kill Leia with Force lightning. Feeling the pain Leia feels, Luke grabs his lightsaber and impales Obi-Wan. With the Sith Master now dead, Luke embraces his long-lost sister and begins to cry. Both Skywalker children hold hands, looking down at the grave of the mother they never knew, feeling there was much work to be done in repairing the torn galaxy. Well, what do you think, my fellow Padawans, of my Star Wars tale? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please rate and review. Even leave a comment if you are so inclined. You can also follow us on IG at Infinite Universe Podcast or on Twitter at Infinite Unipod. All right, our friends, that is it for today's episode. Remember, though we may be assholes, we are not 100% a dick.